Tapestry weaving is a part of virtually every culture. Micala Sidore has traveled the world learning, writing about, and leading workshops on tapestry. She practices her art at her Hawley Street Tapestry Studio in Northampton, but with her invention of the TraveLoom, now anyone, anywhere, can weave anytime. Contributing producer Marla Zippay and videographer Marc Rhinehart visited Micala to hear about her passion for her work.
Tapestry is the thing that brings me into travel, into art history, into other languages, into meeting people all over the world, into writing things about tapestry, into discovering what it is to give a talk that will fully engage the people who are listening to the talk. It gives me such a range of things that I can play with, and at the center is this very real thing. I make something on a loom. I make something that when it comes off the loom, I can hold in my hands and I can squeeze and I can wrap around myself and keep warm, so that possibilities abound in terms of this thing that matters to me. I think the thing I'm vaguely beginning to get known for is a group of pieces that are called black and white and red all over. And they are strictly in black, white, and red. And they include a lot of words and a lot of different languages. But it's certainly not the only thing I do. I've done tapestries of buildings, I've done tapestries that are abstract. The one that's on the loom right now is a tapestry of a tree. So any number of things might happen when I sit down at the loom, and sometimes I make a preparatory sketch or a preparatory plan of some sort, and sometimes I don't. Tapestry is directional. You begin here, you go to there. Well, what does that mean? Well, sometimes it can mean that what you're weaving develops as you weave it. And afterwards, somebody could say, oh my goodness, look at that, and follow what I was thinking as I thought about it, as I worked my way up the warp. I grew up in a family in Manchester, New Hampshire, which ran a local knitting mill. My father died in 1964, and my mother took over the job that he had and ran the company for 20 years. But within my family, in spite of that business background, or maybe because of it, my parents always talked about people finding their niche. And so each of my siblings and I found different kinds of things that we really wanted to do. And the assumption always was that we would find our niche, we would find the thing that mattered most to us. And in 1973, when I was once again trying to get through college, I was living in New York City. I had a boyfriend in Vermont whom I went to visit. He was working all day long, so I was wandering around. And I went into a craft store where there was a woman who was a weaver, and I saw her loom, and I saw what she was making, and I thought, that's what I want to do. And that's how I started weaving. When I was in Australia, there were people who were making these very tiny little metal looms, and I thought, that's wonderful, and I imported them for a time. And then I thought, I would like to make something like this, but I'd like it to be slightly different. And then my mom said, you need to talk to your cousin Walter, because Walter works with composite materials. And I wanted to make something that people could take to workshops. So I got a hold of Walter, and Walter said, you need to work with fiberglass. And then he told me who to get a hold of. And so I got a hold of all these various companies, and one of them had a salesman in Holyoke whose father was a weaver. And so he got back in touch with me, and he and I planned together what I needed to have in fiberglass. And I made the loom, and it fits into a tube that I got from Chart Pack. There were all these things that ended up being totally locally sourced. And you can travel with it, and then you can make things when you're on the road. And my mother said, you have to get it patented. And I said, Mom, this is a frame. It's really simple. There's a few whatever something, but it's not a big, no, your father got a patent. You need to get a patent. I said, yes, Mom. So I found a patent attorney. I got a patent. All was good. Years passed. My mother has died 2 days before her 101st birthday. And I am talking with one of my brothers one day, and I tell him blah, 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 whatever. And Mom said, Dad got a patent. You have to. And he said, Dad never had a patent. And I said, she said. He said, no, she made that one up. It's fine. I said, but. He goes, no patent. And I really like that story. But that's the story of the TraveLoom. I love the fact that I get to play with color, and color in something that is yarn works differently than color that works as paint or any other kind of medium. I love the fact that I come up with something real at the end that I can hold. I love the fact that it is not a common thing, so that people are entirely puzzled and sometimes enchanted and sometimes very confused by the fact that I'm doing this, so that when I give talks and people discover that they're interested by it, I feel, I got it, that's a good thing. I'm glad that that happened.